So, when you hear the term mafia in Silicon Valley, it's not what you're probably thinking. It's actually a nickname, a title for this elite group of founders who all come from one legendary company and then go on to build the next generation of game changing startups. For years, one group ruled them all, but a new one is definitely on the rise. You've almost certainly heard of the original Mafia, right? The PayPal Mafia. We're talking about the early employees from PayPal who went on to create some of the most iconic companies of the last couple of decades. I mean, on one side, you have the absolute legends: Tesla, SpaceX, YouTube, LinkedIn. Their impact is, well, it's undeniable. But take a look to the right. A new crew, the Palantir Mafia, is building a seriously impressive roster of their own. With unicorns like Anduril and Hex, they are quietly reshaping entire industries. And today, we are going to break down exactly how they're doing it. So here's the big question. Are we actually watching the next PayPal Mafia emerge right before our eyes? All the signs are pointing to a big yes. And their whole story starts inside one of the Valley's most mysterious, and you could say, controversial tech giants. Okay, so let's talk about Palantir Technologies. It was co-founded by the very same Peter Thiel from PayPal, so you can see the connection. Their whole business is about making sense of huge, messy data sets for some very high-stakes clients. We're talking governments, the military, intelligence agencies. This super secretive, high-pressure world is the crucible where this new mafia was forged. To really get why they're so successful, you have to look at the unique culture they came from. You know, this wasn't your typical tech campus with ping pong tables and free snacks. No, it was way more intense. It was something they called the front line. At the absolute heart of this culture was this special role, the forward deployed engineer. Now, unlike most software engineers who are coding away in a comfy office, these folks were sent directly into the field. They were embedded right with the clients to solve their most urgent problems on the spot. And when we say the field, we're not talking about a client's corporate headquarters. Oh no. Try to imagine your office is a military base in Afghanistan, or maybe the command center of the NYPD. These were unbelievably high-pressure, high-stakes places where, failure just wasn't an option. When you work under that kind of pressure, it forges a very specific set of skills. We're talking about extreme resilience, elite-level problem-solving, and just this powerful, relentless ability to get stuff done. So here's the key takeaway. This wasn't just job training, it was founder training. And this whole frontline experience thing, it wasn't just some abstract idea. It translated directly into real-world results, a massive wave of incredibly successful startups, with a whole bunch of them becoming unicorns, valued at over $1 billion. Let's look at some of them. One of the first big wins was Hex Technologies. The founder, Barry McCardle, a Palantir alum, used his network and his experience to build this powerful data analysis platform, and it quickly became a major player. Then you have another founder, Nick Noon. He pretty much took what he'd been doing at Palantir and just spun it out into his own company, Peregrine Technologies. He used those frontline skills to help local police departments, and that real-world focus really got the attention of top investors. And when I say top investors, I mean it. Peregrine got backing from legendary VCs like Sequoia Capital, which shot its valuation up to an incredible $2.5 billion. That just shows you the insane amount of confidence the market has in founders with this specific background. What's really interesting is that this influence is spreading way beyond just data and defense. With a company called Chapter, founder Kobe Blumenfeld-Gantz is taking that same problem-solving DNA and applying it to fintech, which just proves how versatile that frontline skill set really is. And yep, it's working. Chapter is now valued at $1.5 billion. This proves that the Palantir Mafia's skill set is super valuable and adaptable, far beyond its original government and military roots. Okay, so those companies are all seriously impressive, but there is one that stands above all the rest. It's the undisputed crown jewel of the Palantir Mafia, a company that perfectly captures their ambition and their potential to shake things up: Anduril Industries. Anduril was founded by 3 Palantir alums, and its mission is, well, it's bold. They want to completely turn the traditional defense industry on its head. They're taking this slow, bureaucratic world of military contracts and injecting it with Silicon Valley speed, building cutting-edge drones and surveillance tech that's faster, smarter, and way more adaptable. The result? Get this. A staggering $30.5 billion valuation. That number all by itself makes Anduril the brightest star in this new constellation of companies. It's a clear signal that this mafia is playing in the absolute big leagues. Of course, you really can't talk about Palantir without talking about the controversy. I mean, their deep ties to military and intelligence work cast a really long shadow, and it creates a pretty complex legacy for these founders as they step out into the public spotlight. It's really a double-edged sword. On the one hand, that frontline experience gave them priceless skills, an unmatched ability to get things done under intense pressure. But on the other hand, it brings up some serious ethical questions about their past work, and some of these founders have definitely faced public criticism because of it. Ultimately, if you boil it all down, the power of the Palantir Mafia seems to come from two key things: that shared, intense, frontline experience that taught them how to execute, and the super tight-knit network of alumni who trust and back each other. So that leaves us with a really fascinating question. This new generation of founders wasn't forged in a garage or a college dorm room. They were forged on the front lines of global conflict and intelligence. And now they're building the tools and platforms that will shape our world. So how will this powerful new force, born on the front line, ultimately shape our future?